Uh, well, I just like to say this. I really proud of our football team. Obviously, winning a big football game against a really good football team, and I think first thing I like to say, hats off to North Carolina A&T, Coach Washington, and just a first class man. I had met him for the first time today, but just a first class, man, team, institution. It was an honor for us to be able to play them, and certainly to be able to get a win makes it that much better. And I think for our football team, um, I think a lot of people didn't think much of us, and I just knew. I've said all along we got a chance to have a really good football team. This is one game, but it's certainly a great win for us to get, and just really proud of all phases. I think it took everybody. I think we did some really good things special teams wise. Certainly, I thought we played really well defensively. You take 3 or 4 plays out of that, which we can correct. We would have really had a dominant performance. I know the running back was really kind of a non-factor in the game. And then I just couldn't be proud of our offense. And, Ham Sisson, having answers. We saw a lot of the same stuff we saw in the spring. But just having some answers. I saw the stats, had almost 500 yards against, one of his defenses. And it's something they take an awful lot of pride in. And it's certainly a great way to start the year. And, what questions do you have?
Coach, defense against the running game, especially in the first half, they had 17 yard rush in the first half. Was that a key to just kind of send a message almost defensively that, hey, we're here to stop the run?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Scott, as everybody knows, I spend most of my time on the offensive side of the ball, and I got to watch our defense all August, and they're a tough group to run against. They really are a tough group to do a lot of things against, but particularly to run against. And I have a lot of confidence in those guys. And again, I think if you take away a couple of third downs, which a couple of deep balls obviously is part of the game, and a couple of third downs that we let them get out of there. I thought we missed the big guy a couple of times, some sacks. I thought we played really solidly, and they got put in a couple of bad spots and they answered, and so I think they'll only get better as we go forward. I think it was even hotter than I thought it was going to be out there. And I think it certainly had effect on both teams, but I think it certainly affected them more probably than it affected us. And I think our depth, as I've thought all along, would help us. I think it helped us today.
Coach, could you talk about the performance of Travis Blackshear? I thought he had 2 really game-changing plays. You get the interception, and right there, the touchdown pass, I think, right on the next play. And then on the other end, he causes the fumble. And then I think right after that was the Ryan Miller touchdown.
Yeah, I thought all along Travis is one of the best, corners in our conference, and he played like that today. And obviously the pick was huge. To be honest with you, I didn't even know he caused the fumble on the goal line. I know that was a huge play, but I wasn't exactly sure who had caused that. But no, he's had a heck of a, been a heck of a player for us up, and I think he's going to have a great year. And he just gets better and better, physical guy in the run game. And, a lot of people think corners don't like to tackle. He actually likes to tackle people. So, but, he's really good in all phases of that, and certainly had a big day, and we'll need him to continue to get better. And I think that's really what's exciting about our team. We beat a really good team. We played well, but we can play a lot better. And I think that's kind of the exciting thing.
Coach, you missed that one extra point. Kind of knew it might come back to make things a little dicey. And but then you had the 2 turnovers offensively in the fourth quarter, your first 2 all day. But the defense obviously bowed up, forced the field goals that they missed, and just the defensive effort right there in a really tough situation back to back.
Yeah, that's something, Scott, we've practiced a lot. We do some sudden change stuff at practice, and really get in that situation. I mean, at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is force them to kick a field goal. You're in a bad spot, and we did. And you missed one, we blocked one. And so that's something we've practiced, we've prepared for, and I'm certainly proud of how they responded. And then just equally, we're proud of how we responded offensively. That last drive, I really wish we could have finished it off and maybe run out, maybe taken the knee down there if not scored a touchdown. But to get points on that drive, and I don't think there was any question what we were trying to do at the time, and we did a good job. One thing we hadn't spent a lot of time 4-minute offense, but we did a great job of running that thing down. They did have 3 timeouts. We made them use 2 of them, and then our D came in and got the stop. And again, I think if you just again, we'll go back and watch it. Again, a lot of things both sides of the balls we can do. First game, I can't say they were a lot different than what I expected, but I think, you'd always like to say, well, I wish we'd had a little bit different plan for some of the things they were doing. And that's always tough when you don't have tape, especially somebody hadn't played 2 years. But, we made some adjustments during the game. Hats off to our offensive staff, who, like I said, offensively, people think a lot of them, and nobody thought much of our football team. We didn't really care. We just wanted to go play well today. And this was a game I wanted to play, and I just something we were ready for this. And my hat's off to, Jason Donnelly and the atmosphere they created, our students. And I could just see a difference in our players, how they responded. And that certainly made it a fun day.
You talked about the caliber of opponent, North Carolina A&T. I always think when maybe coaches look for a like comparison within their own conference, is there a comparison that maybe the North Carolina A&T is? And then how did they prepare you for the Southern Conference? I thought they had some very athletic wide receivers, and you guys did.
Yeah, I think it starts typically with talent, and I think they're as talented as anybody in our league. You just look at, all those measurable size and length, and speed, and all those factors. And I also think they're really well coached. And when you combine those two things, that's a pretty good combination. And I think that's really what they had. Credit to them, and we're just truly happy to get a win. Hey, I've got Travis here. Why don't we pass it over to Travis and see what you guys can throw at him?
All right. Hey, Travis.
Yeah, I'm doing
Good.
Good. How are you?
Can you take me through the play there at the goal line where it looks like their quarterback's going to get in and you say no?
It was just I had just got beat on the post route, so as a corner, you got to have short-term memory. So I just had to put that beside me and try to go make a play, and I was able to make a play.
What was the defense's? They have a really outstanding running back, and you effectively kind of shut him down a little bit today. I guess that was the game plan going in.
Yeah, they was doing a lot of talking on the internet or however. I mean, we don't really feed into none of that, so we just go out there and play. I mean, if you're gonna talk on the internet, you just gotta come out and play and back it up. So we had that on our mind, so we had to go out and do what we had to do as a defense, and we were able to accomplish that and get a W.
Travis, just talk about. I thought early you were locked into the game. You made a couple plays there where it looked like you might have a pick six going the other way, but you kind of a little bit baited the quarterback into the interception in the second half. Could you just talk about that play?
Oh yeah. So I was in. They ran a smash concept. So my job, I really had the 5-yard hits. That's really my man. But as a corner, our coach teaches us like just to try to bait the quarterback, give time for the safety to get on top of the route. So I saw the quarterback rolling out towards me, and I was just playing in the middle of him, like trying to see which, because I know I got to make the tackle if you throw the hitch, or I could just steal me one, and I was able to get an interception.
Thanks, Travis.
Thanks.
Hampsons. Appreciate you, brother. Last MVP.
How are y'all doing?
Hey, good, Hamp.
Well, how about yourself?
Good.
Hey, Hamp. I think the top 6 single game passing yards, single game Furman history were all losses until today.
Wow.
I think he had the second most yards ever. It's the first time to win.
Yeah.
Wow.
Take me through your day. You had that. I thought you had that one look in the first quarter, I believe, where you just couldn't quite hit the guy for the touchdown, but he obviously bounced back in a big way.
Yeah, I was talking to coach. I'm not sure the last time we threw the ball 40 times in a game. So I want to credit a lot of how today went with changes our coaches have made and kind of putting us in good positions on offense and doing things that we're really good at on offense. And so there's definitely a different feel about this game for our offense for sure. But having so many playmakers around me is awesome. It's a lot of fun to be able to throw, for example, a 4-yard pass to Ryan Miller and have him take it 80 plus yards. Those are the best plays for quarterbacks. But yeah, it was a better day on offense for sure. There are a lot of things we can clean up. I think those 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter, for example. But it was a good start. Always good to get the first win.
What's it like to have those explosive plays you talked about? I mean, at times in the spring that they were there that Furman just didn't make and execute them. But today, I felt like those when those big plays were there, you did execute them. What did that feel like for you guys offensively?
It was awesome. Last spring we were missing explosive plays. Like we couldn't make those plays. We just, for whatever reason, we weren't able to hit them. And today we did. So that's a huge boost for us on offense for sure, to be able to hit those explosive plays that kind of change the momentum of the game.
And it seemed like today, maybe I just didn't notice in the spring, but it seemed like a lot more today. Devin Wynn lined up in different spots, and really was a big factor in the passing game early on. Does that speak to the kind of running backs you have, and also to the kind of athlete Devin is, where you can put him in different spots and make him a different weapon in different ways?
Yeah, Devin's a beast. He's an athletic freak, so we can put him anywhere, and he's a specimen. But we can put him anywhere, and he can make plays, and so it really speaks to his talents and what he's good at. And I'd say the same thing with Ryan Miller. We were able to do kind of different things with Ryan and put him in different places and get him the ball in different types of ways. But that's what I'm talking about with our coaches doing a good job of putting our playmakers in position to make plays, whether that be Devin in the passing game or getting Ryan the ball different ways, all those different sorts of things.
And just finally, I think we probably need to talk about Joshua Harris, and especially the slant play where you stood in, took a big hit, but delivered a perfect ball to Harris, who did the rest. I mean, he had a pretty nice debut.
Yeah, he's going to be a special player. He's really, really talented kid, and he's humble. He works hard. He studies the playbook hard, and he's going to be a really, really, really good player for us. So I'm really excited to have him as a weapon.
Thanks, Sam.
Yep. Thank you all.
Yeah. Devin, you showed your versatility today. I thought really in the passing game, yards were tough against a really good defense, but I think you adjusted and really the spin move down there was a testament to what you can do as a running back. But just talk about being a part of the passing game and more in different, I guess, scenarios and alignments. Just talk about that.
It just, like him said, it starts with our coaches. They did a great job being able to get our playmakers in the positions where we could actually go out and make key plays for our offense. It's just a credit to them. I'm just glad that they have enough trust in me to put me in different positions and can just feed me the ball wherever, whenever. It doesn't matter where they line me up or whether or not I'm in the backfield or in slot. I just thank them for having that trust in me and being able to, trust me to go out there and make plays for them.
Devin, how satisfying was that final drive on offense where you really busted loose? You think you kind of warmed down after all those plays all day? Take me through that last drive, what it was like.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a great thing as a running back. You want to be that kind of bruiser where you can just beat up on the defense and keep punishing them over and over again. And it was a great feeling knowing that we kind of was just, taking the life right out of them, in a sense. And it's just a credit to the O-line. They did a great job up front. And as running backs, if you have a little piece of daylight, you have to take it. So I thank them for giving me that daylight, and I thank the coaches for allowing me to, run on that last drive and just be the person that I am.
On the touchdown catch you had in the first half, did you see that play come open from? Is that a design run pass option, or is that kind of an improv on Hamp's part, and you just kind of found your
It
way?
was a lot on Hamp's part. It was just basically I just go get open, and he kept his eyes up downfield, and it was just a bang bang play. It was great for us. Apparently, I was too wide open. Like I didn't notice that there was nobody around at all. But I'm just glad he kept his eyes open. Kept him downfield. It speaks to the confidence in him, and him trusting that we'll get to our right spots, and he'll be able to deliver.
Thanks, Devin.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Ryan.
How you doing?
Hey. So you're still fast.
Apparently, yes, sir.
Take me through the touchdown.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Take me through the touchdown. Do you think you were going to be caught, or?
I like that play call. We had been running it all week, and I knew the time was going to come for it. And I was just ready for the moment. As soon as I got it, I just took off, do what I do best. So.
It's basically like having a slot receiver
Yeah.
playing at tight end.
Yes, sir.
Do you have that confidence knowing that maybe I guess they see it on film now, but that speed going into it, and how much were you motivated? I mean, I guess by not being included on the all conference team, is that play any role in
I don't really the whole preseason thing, like the preseason all conference stuff. That doesn't really matter to me much. It's just about going out there and executing, winning ball games as a team, and doing the best I can to the best of my ability. So I didn't really take that to heart when I didn't get So.
Well, I thought the way you ran maybe did. Just kidding.
Hey, Ryan. Obviously, everything was kind of odd last season in the spring and everything. Obviously, North Carolina A&T brought a lot of people here. They played 2 years, so they were ready to see some football, I guess. But you had the students kind of over there in the corner, and then they, all this different stuff. What was the atmosphere like today, and how big was that for you guys?
Oh, it was incredible. Last year was COVID year. We didn't have many people in the stands, but and even before, like when COVID wasn't a thing, we still didn't do anything like that before. Like the students would tailgate like out on the mall, but having them like inside the football stadium and like running out of the tunnel and like all of them being there, it was electric. It was awesome. I loved it.
Thanks, Ryan.
Sir, thank you.